Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Can you believe that is already the month of May? I can't believe it. I feel like yesterday was January 1st and we were bringing in the new year, and now it's May. Like, we almost halfway through the year, and I keep sitting back like, what have you done? Have you accomplished anything? What is going on here? What, what is happening? But I'm excited because the weather is nice. The things are blooming in the outside, and hopefully we can have some fun this summer. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about all of the books that are coming out this month by Black authors. I rant and rave all the time about diversifying everybody's reading, and I realize there's an opportunity that I'm missing here, especially as a bookstore owner. So from today going forward, every month on the first of the month, I will be releasing a YouTube video going over all the books coming out in the month by Black authors, and their synopsises and so on and so forth. And you guys will be able to order them as of May 1st. If they come out later in the month, just remember it is a pre-order. It will be going out later, and you'll receive the book the day it is released. So if you would like to hear the books that are coming out this month, here you go. Per usual, I will be putting pictures of the books and their release dates on the screen. And like I said, any of these books that you see will be on the site. Again, they will be for pre-order, so to say. Not so to say, it'll be for pre-order for some of them, especially the ones that come out later in the month. So just keep that in mind when you're ordering. It may take a minute for you to get them, okay? So first up, we have The Other Mother by Rachel M. Harper. This one caught my eye because y'all know that I'm always talking about generational trauma. So it says, a page-turning generational saga about a young man's search for a parent he never knew, and a moving portrait of motherhood, race, and the truths we hide in the name of family. So Jenry Castillo is a musical prodigy. Raised by a single mother in Miami, he arrives at Brown University on a scholarship, but also to learn more about his late father, Jasper Patterson, a famous ballet dancer who died tragically when Jenry was 2. On his search, he meets his estranged grandfather, Winston Patterson, a legendary professor of African American history and a fixture at the Ivy League school, who explodes his world with one question: why is Jenry so focused on Jasper when it is Winston's daughter, Juliet, who was romantically involved with Jenry's mother? Juliet is the parent he should be looking for, his other mother. Revelation follows revelation as each member of Jenry's family steps forward to tell the story of his origin, uncovering a web of secrecy that binds this family together, even as it keeps them apart. Moving seamlessly between the past and the present, The Other Mother is a daring, ambitious novel that celebrates the complexities of love and resilience, masterfully exploring the intersections of race, class, and sexuality, the role of biology in defining who belongs to whom, and the complicated truth of what it means to be a family. Y'all, I can't wait to read that one. I really, really cannot wait to read that one. I feel like there are just so many things to be said. I think we were all raised on an idea of what family is supposed to look like, and when in reality, family looks like whatever you make family look like. Family isn't just a mother, father, and a child, and grandparents or whatever. Family is, my mom's best friends who have taken part in my life, who have showed up for me more than people that are actually blood related to us. Family is really who you make it, and the portrait of family is no longer just a mother, a father, and children. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think there's also something to say to um the idea that we know everything about our parents, that our parents are telling us everything. There's so much that we don't know. And not necessarily in a negative way, but there's just so much that you don't know. And I think you have to remember that your experience and your idea of someone and what you know of someone is what you know. It's not everybody else's experience. It's what you know of them. So I'm very, very interested in that. Next, we have Patience is a Subtle Thief by Abi Ishola Ayodeji. So it says, hope and circumstance define a young woman's life in this heartbreaking tale of lost innocence, set in political volatile 1990s Nigeria from an exciting and fresh voice in global literature. For as long as she can remember, Patience Adewale, the eldest daughter of Chief Kolade Adewale, has been waiting for confirmation that she is loved and that there is a place where she truly belongs. Patience lives a sheltered life within the secure walls of the family's mansion in Ibadan, but finds no comfort from her distant father and stepmother, Modupe. Her only ally is her younger sister, yet even Margaret's love and support cannot overcome Patience's insecurity and uncertainty. More than anything, Patience wants to know why her father and uncle banished her mother from their compound years ago, and whether her mother is even alive. Determined to discover the truth, Patience embarks on a desperate search to find her mother. Answers begin to surface when she moves to Lagos for university and unexpectedly reconnects with her cousin Cash. Cash and his friend Emeka are petty thieves with an opportunity to make a big score. To pull it off, they need help and enlist Patience and Emeka's straight arrow brother Chike to become partners in their scheme. The thieves' plan is to quit after this job, but unforeseen events lead to unexpected consequences and demand a price from Patience that may be too steep to pay. Suspenseful and evoking the subtleties of Nigerian life in a fresh, unexpected way, Patience is a Subtle Thief is a heart-wrenching story of a young woman's journey to adulthood and the risk and sacrifice it takes to follow her heart. That sounds good. Y'all know I love me a good story that takes place in Nigeria. I always will. I always have. I love me a Nigerian author. I love me an African author, really. So I'm excited to read that. Next we have Half Blown Rose by Lisa Cross Smith. This says, Vincent, having grown up as a privileged daughter of artists, has a lovely life in many ways. At 44, she enjoys strolling the streets of Paris and teaching at the Modern Art Museum. She has a vibrant group of friends, and she's even caught the eye of a young, charismatic man named Loop. I'm pretty sure that P is silent, so maybe it's Lou. I don't know. But Vincent is also in Paris to escape a painful betrayal. Her husband... Can y'all hear my neighbor's dog? I apologize. Sicilian has published a best-selling book divulging secrets about their marriage and his own past, hinting that when he was a teenager, he may have had a child with a young woman back in Dublin before he moved to California and never returned. Now estranged from her husband, Vincent has arranged to see Sicilian again at their son's wedding the following summer, but Loop introduces new complications. Soon, they begin an intense affair, and somewhere between dinners made together, cigarettes smoked in the moonlight, hazy evenings in a nightclub, and long, starry walks Vincent feels herself loosening and blossoming in the journey that is both transportive and intimate. Half Blown Rose transverses Paris art travel spaces and the messy complexities of relationships and romance with excerpts from Cecilia's novel, playlist, and journal entries woven throughout. That sounds like it's going to be good. I love to see books that show womanhood differently. Like, not necessarily just in, like, I don't know, like in this it sounds like she's going through something, and it's not just about her going through this thing, but it's giving like Waiting to Exhale vibes. Right? Like, she's going through this thing, but she's still able to heal from it, and it's not just about her trauma. But it's also about, you know, her overcoming that trauma. That sounds like it's going to be really good. Okay, one book that I am super excited that is coming out this month, the end of this month, is the book by the author of The Death of Vivek Oji. They have a new novel coming out this month that I cannot wait to read. I believe you pronounce their name Akweki Emezi, and the book is called You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. When I tell you, I loved The Death of Vivek Oji so much that I still talk about it to this day. So it says, Faye Adikola wants to learn how to be alive again. It's been 5 years since the accident that killed the love of her life, and she's almost a new person now. An artist with her own studio and sharing a brownstone apartment with her ride-or-die best friend Joy, who insists it's time for Faye to ease back into the dating scene. Faye isn't ready for anything serious, but a steamy encounter at a rooftop party cascades into a whirlwind summer she could have never imagined. A luxury trip to a tropical island, decadent meals in the glamorous home of a celebrity chef, and the major curator who wants to launch her art career. She's even started dating the perfect guy, but their new relationship might be sabotaged before it has a chance by the overwhelming desire Faye feels every time she locks eyes with the one person in the house who is most definitely off limits, his father. This new life she asked for just got a lot more complicated, and Faye must begin her search for real answers. Who is she ready to become? Can she release her past and honor her grief while still embracing her future? And of course, there's the biggest question of all. How far is she willing to go for a second chance at love? I say go for the daddy girl, because, you know, she'll be like her. Never mind. Anyway, my mom will be watching these videos. Anyway. Next we have The Garden of Broken Things by Francesca Momplacier. I ain't pronounced that right. So Genevieve is a single mother, flies from New York to Port-au-Prince with her teenage son, Miles. The trip is meant to be an education for 15-year-old Miles, a chance to learn about his family's roots while coming to terms with his father's departure, but it's also an excuse for Genevieve to escape the city where her life is dominated by her failed marriage and the daily pressures of raising Black children in America. For Genevieve, the journey is also a homecoming of sorts, an opportunity to visit the island she remembers from childhood and reconnect with family. But when the country is rocked by a massive earthquake, decimating the city and putting their lives at risk, their visit becomes a nightmare of survival. This sounds really good. I also was drawn to this one because it takes place in Haiti. And maybe I'm not looking, but I feel like there aren't many books that take place in Haiti that I've seen recently. There's one that I did purchase a few months ago called Blue. But other than that, I feel like there aren't many. And I feel like that should change because they have a beautiful culture and the history is even more rich. So I just feel like there should be something in that. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, we have Mother Country by Jacinda Townsend. So this one says, a transnational feminist novel about human trafficking and motherhood from an award-winning author. Saddled with student loans, medical debt, and the sudden news of her infertility after a major car accident, Shannon, an African-American woman, follows her boyfriend to Morocco in search of relief. There, in the cobblestone Medina of Marrakesh, she finds a toddler in a pink jacket whose face mirrors her own. With the help of her boyfriend and a bribed official, Shannon makes the fateful decision to adopt and raise the girl in Louisville, Kentucky. But the girl already has a mother, Surya, an undocumented woman who was trafficked as a teen and who managed to escape to Morocco to build another life. In rendering Surya's separation from her family across vast stretches of desert and Shannon's alienation from her mother under the same roof, Jacinda Townsend brilliantly stages cycles of intergenerational trauma and healing, linked by the girl who has been a daughter to them both. These unforgettable protagonists move toward their inevitable reckoning. Mother Country is a bone-deep, unsparing portrayal of the ethical and emotional claims we make upon one another in the name of survival and in the name of love. That sounds like it's going to be really good. Really good. I want to read all of those. That is my problem. And I think you're here also as well because y'all have that problem too. We just buy all the books because it's fun. And we want to read them all eventually. So don't forget, you can get all of these books. You can order your copies over at shelbyinthebookstore.com. The link is down below. Excuse me. I will also make sure to add the books to a playlist on Libro FM so that you can get them from Shelby in the Bookstore via audiobook if that is your thing as well. So yeah, that is all for now. If no one has told you today, I love you. You are kind, you are smart, you are important. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We are still on the road to 1,000 subscribers and we will be there before you know it, boo. Before you know it. Bye, guys.